after the fire, after you get over the, the shock of it all, like I said, I'm in my 70s. I wanted to see it rebuilt in my lifetime, and so I reached out to our contractor because everything was built to current code. The home was only 5 years old, so I knew they had the plans. Actually, the contractor he was a skate kid that used to work for us in the 90s at our shop. So now he's a really good contractor, and he built the house 5 years ago. So he had the plans, and he texted me right away. Yeah, we're there for you. So that gave me a good peace of mind the whole time. So yeah, we didn't change a thing, just like the footprint we had before.
Exact same house.
Exact same house. We may change the color of the paint. My wife wasn't crazy about that, but everything else is going to be the same. No, I own High Tech Surf Sports. We have surf shops, skate shops. We have 5 on the island, and we have one at the Weston Conopoli. So we were closed for 2 months after the fire, obviously. Our manager and some of the employees lost their homes, and then we reopened 2 months later, and got to admit it's been pretty slow. But we wanted to get people back to work, and we wanted to get some normalcy, with our company. So things have picked up the last few weeks, but it's been tough business, island-wide, might add. Well, this is awesome. I mean, I can't say enough. The only sadness I have is that this neighborhood will never be the same. Like I was saying earlier, this was the best neighborhood in my mind, and lived in Lahaina for 44 years. This is the best neighborhood in Lahaina. And to hear my neighbors, some of them have moved to mainland, moved off island, bought different property, other places on Maui, that aren't going to come back, because I think initially everybody thought it was going to be like 5 years. And so now I think talking to some of my neighbors, it's like, oh man, maybe I pulled the trigger too fast. I think they had no idea. So anyway, but yeah, this has given us a lot of hope. My wife, our dogs.
In your work?
It's taken a lot of time. There's a lot of highs and there's a lot of lows. The one thing is, that's why I've never run for political office, because I feel I have to answer every text, email, somebody comes up to me, and I don't mind, because I'm going through the same thing. I think that's the one thing being on the committee is valuable, that I lost my home. So I feel their pain. I know what they're going through. So I think they feel like I have maybe a sympathetic ear. And I don't agree with all the decisions, but I understand why the decisions are made. It's like, but yeah, I can't say enough for our mayor. I'm very stoked to be helping him, if I am helping him. I've learned a lot about him, and he makes decisions when he makes a decision, it's for how does it benefit the people of Maui County. And that's why I respect him. I think the thing is, for the rebuild, you have to have all your T's crossed and I's dotted. So, as long as you have plans that are, I guess, architecturally stamped, and maybe, I don't know, electrical engineer or whatever engineering you have to go through, as long as they're in order, ours was like duck soup. So I think that the problem has been if they weren't all together. And I think everything that's together has been smooth sailing. I think it's going to be, from what our contractor said, he said a year. And so we got extended on our temporary cottage. So my wife's sleeping better now, and knowing it's maybe going to be a year. We have her place for a year, because there's nothing worse than on pins and needles. Where are you going to move? Where are you going to be? And so, we moved 3 times before we got to the place we're at now. And now it's stable, not just for my wife and I, but for our dogs. And right now, our kids are grown. We have grandkids, so our dogs are our kids. And they got evacuated. Our neighbor's yard was on fire when my son was able to get back here and rescue our dogs. So, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I think now that most people are out of the hotels, that's been the majority of our time has been spending on that. So now it's just trying to get people rebuilt, get back on their lots, and into a more stable living situation. I think the commercial aspect is started, the debris cleanup with Colonel Swenson. That looked to me like it's going good. I browsed through there, drove through yesterday, and I was amazed at how much they cleared. So yeah, just trying to keep a positive spin on everything, get our swing pool back, getting all our parks back.